It's such a stark juxtaposition because here we are in Paris, the most visited city in the world. To your right is the rebuilt Notre Dame, where people ride up to rebuild this beautiful landmark. And we wish people would rally up and band together and offer their aid and standing up when it comes to stopping war. Because it is such an eerie feeling when you're sitting here and you're asking people, do you know what's happening on the other side of town that's going to come back and affect you right here back home? And the topic's too heavy to talk about. It's too heavy to think about. But this is exactly what we're saying, that at some point, people need to start thinking about what's happening next door. Because, for example, here in France, a lot of people are disgruntled by immigrants. Funny enough, when they come to our side of the world, they're called expats. But anyway, if you're not happy with the immigrants, why do you think they're here? They have landmarks just as beautiful as the Notre Dame that have been bombed. They have beautiful weather. They also have their local food and traditions and cultures that have been affected. So they end up fleeing to your side of town.
Moi, je pense que c'est dramatique, surtout à cette époque, parce qu'on a déjà vécu beaucoup de guerres, beaucoup de conflits. Et je trouve que ce n'est pas normal que ça existe encore en 2026.
Et que nous sommes dans un pays démocratique et qu'il faut conserver ces valeurs-là et elles sont importantes dans le monde. La démocratie, la liberté d'expression, la liberté d'être.
Mais non, c'est pas loin, ça nous concerne tous, on est tous, enfin, même si on n'est pas proche d'eux, on vit tous ça ensemble, enfin, se dire que nous, on n'est pas concernés parce qu'ils sont loin, genre, c'est débile, parce que leur vie, c'est notre vie, on vit tous ensemble, on est là pour coopérer ensemble, et genre, les exclure parce que nous, on vit pas ce qu'ils vivent alors qu'ils vivent des choses terribles, enfin, c'est difficile ce qu'ils vivent, et franchement, on peut pas les laisser à côté, genre, c'est vraiment important pour tout le monde de s'impliquer dans ce qui se passe ailleurs. Voilà, c'est tout ce que j'avais à dire.
Personnellement, déjà, si on parlerait de la guerre, je pense, elle s'est fait très médiatiser parce que on s'intéresse en ce moment, on s'intéresse, enfin déjà par le biais des réseaux sociaux, ça a un peu baissé le taux d'intérêt, enfin des personnes s'intéressent beaucoup moins en ce moment tout ce qui est la guerre, mais il faudrait pas que regarder aussi la guerre en Palestine et en Israël, il faudrait aussi commencer à regarder les autres guerres telles qu'au Soudan ou en Iran, oui, etc. Et ça aussi, il faudrait encore plus s'informer sur ça. Et les gens qui disent que c'est loin, c'est totalement stupide. Je reviens sur les idées de mes amis. Parce que on vit tous ensemble, on est une communauté, même si on a des religions qui nous séparent, il faudrait quand même qu'on soit tous communs et qu'on s'aide tous. Et c'est pour ça qu'il faudrait tous commencer à s'aider mutuellement. Voilà. Après.
Les jeunes ont beaucoup de choses à dire, mais ils n'ont pas forcément tous encore l'âge de pouvoir le dire ou encore voter ou des choses comme ça. Il y a encore une certaine partie qui sont plutôt des personnes assez âgées et qui parfois ne changent pas forcément leur mentalité. Donc, ce serait important vraiment de donner aussi la voix aux jeunes, justement, sur ces sujets-là, parce qu'ils ont aussi beaucoup de choses à dire.
Ça fait peur parce que jusqu'ici, les États-Unis, c'était une puissance mondiale. Ça veut dire que c'était un pays auquel on pouvait un peu faire confiance. C'était les États-Unis, voilà, et ça devient un peu dangereux, j'ai envie de dire. Enfin, je pense que on se sentirait pas très safe là-bas en tant que personne politisée, tout ça. En fait, il y a beaucoup de jeunes qui sont pas informés, même de gens qui sont pas politisés. Et moi, je trouve que de pas être politisé, c'est comme un peu d'être de droite parce que tu dis que tu es trop privilégié pour prendre part à la situation. Donc, t'as pas envie que les choses changent. Donc, enfin, je trouve ça pas très pertinent en soi. Et je trouve que les jeunes qui s'y intéressent pas, c'est un peu débile parce que c'est ton avenir, c'est ta vie quotidienne, c'est toute ta vie. Donc voilà.
I'm not happy about it because I don't get a say where my money, like my tax dollars that I work for, go to. And I think a lot of Americans would probably agree that we don't want to keep sending money towards a war that's we don't really need to be a part of. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, the resources could be used better in other places for sure. Yeah, no question.
We clearly have problems in our own country that we need to fix.
Do you believe that this is something that is far away? How does this affect you back home?
I don't think it feels far away anymore. I think it's in a sense it is because we're in England and we're I don't know, in a sense it does feel far away, but the world feels very scary, I think, and that's probably why I turn off the news often because it's just it feels very scary and present like this.
How do you describe that feeling?
Unsettling. I don't know, maybe. But then I'm also very aware that we're very lucky and like we're not currently
Escaping conflict.
Yeah, our life is currently pretty similar, maybe.
Yeah.
As it has been. But so there's like that awareness that actually, do I even have the right to be unsettled?
In the UK, we're not immune to collapse. We're an island. It takes one bad year for, we could all be fleeing to France or Ireland or wherever. It could happen to anyone.
Do you think people know that?
It's probably part of that cognitive dissonance where they don't think it could happen to you. Nothing bad's going to happen to you. It never. It's always someone else.
Truthfully, do you get shocked anymore when someone says that 150 kids died in the Middle East, 200, all the hospitals got bombed in the Middle East? Has there become a certain expectation that bad things tend to happen in that part of the world?
I think we've become desensitized to it because there's only so many times you can hear the same story before you become numb to it in a way. And it's really sad to say that, but yet you do sort of when you hear about the US bombing a school, it's horrible, but how many schools have been bombed now? And it's just this never-ending cost and toil of war that's horrible. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I find it really hard to to keep on looking because it is like it just gets worse and worse, and you think something can't get any worse, and then it does. And yeah, I think it's why I struggle to look. I feel bad because I know I should do things or should help, or but there's this sense that if the world's ending.
Where are you girls from?
I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, nice.
I'm from Alabama. That's the southern United States.
Oh, okay. So that's interesting. What do you girls feel about everything that is happening now in the world?
The world is crazy. There's a lot happening in the world right now.
But with regards to the United States and Iran, would you want this to continue? Would you want this to stop?
I would like to see Iran be free from oppression. I would like to see Iran women be able to dress as they want and pursue higher education and careers. I don't want people to be killed. I don't know how to do regime change without violence.
Or intervention.
Or intervention.
No one wants war, but no one wants nuclear Iran either. Not in the Middle East.
The Pentagon has said that 11.3 billion was spent in just the first 6 days.
That's a lot of money.
War, and that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
What do you feel about that kind of money going into that if Iran was not posed as an imminent threat?
It's hard. I haven't really thought about that. It's a lot of money.
It's very expensive, and of course, it would be nice if we could spend that money on the citizens of the U.S.
Yes,
and
it could.
things they like instead
Oh,
of
yes. There's a lot of
very, very expensive missiles.
America's been doing everything, policing the whole world, which,
No.
I don't think
Are
they should
you
have to.
Yeah, because I was looking, Trump, the no war president.
Oh, he's not what did he say that? No war?
Yeah, he did. Remember, he was going to end all the
wars?
That's
Okay.
what he said.
I don't.
Yeah, he wanted a peace prize for it.
Oh, yeah. And he took that woman's peace prize from
No,
Venezuela.
he couldn't at the end.
She gave it to him, and he's like, I got the peace prize. And they're like, yeah, I know. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on.
Everything seems to come back home.
Yeah.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that everything the U.S. might be doing?
Oh,
might
yes.
come
I
in
think
one
that
way?
there's a
No,
much
we've
more.
already covered with the money.
The world is very small.
I think it's much more likely that there will be random acts, individual terrorists in the West and in the United States who will do individual acts of terrorism.
So would you want
in
this war to
response.
stop in that case?
It doesn't really matter what I want
because we don't have any say. I mean,
it doesn't. You know,
I would like it to end.
I
But I want it to end with freedom for the Iranian people.
pray about this every day.
I love
We're
that.
both Christians,
Oh,
and I pray about this every day. I mean, can I make a difference? I think only through prayer. And I would love for Iranians, the women to be free, the men to be free, to pursue whatever peaceful religion they want. And they don't have that now, whether it's they continue Muslim, Hindu, whatever they want to be, whatever they want to be without threat of persecution. So I'm praying. I think that will make, I don't know.
The US. We go to Venezuela. We go to Iran. Then what? Are we supposed to rebuild these countries?
And it didn't help Afghanistan.
We
Afghanistan.
go
people
rebuild
are
the
complaining
countries.
is that you go destroy
Afghanistan.
We
And we left Afghanistan. And look, it's
replace the Taliban with the Taliban.
yes, the
It's-
Taliban came
it's-
right back
It's
in.
worse than ever
And it's
over there.
weaponized because
Yes.
the US troops left.
That, they left all their stuff because
Of
it was
course.
horrible.
But then against the Iran war, then how could you pause with 11.3 billion and then
That's
they
a lot
asked
of
for
money.
55
money.
billion?
It's a
It's-
lot of money, but
It's
And I
I
don't
think
think Trump wants it.
I think it's
I think Trump
oversimplified
wants
to
it.
say
I think
I'm
Trump
against the
wants
war or I'm for the war. I think that's oversimplifying things.